And then
You don't know our governor.
we spent a long time on this road, and then we saw Route 7, so we got off and we said, we're completely lost. And I said, where are we? And he said, it says Ballston Spa. We knew. We've now found civilization, because we'd driven along this road, and along that road we saw places where Hermits records haven't come out for the first time yet. Just like Clifton Park and places. And those were all places we went to on the way here. So luckily we saw this place called the Getty Mart, and we went in there and we said, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir, where's Schenectady? And he said, there is no such a place in America. Yeah. And then he looked at me and he said, you're Nick Nolte, aren't you? I said, no, I am not. I must have seen an old movie from Nick Nolte. And I said, we're trying to find Schenectady, and he said, go and ask somebody else. And I asked somebody else, and they said, you're saying it wrong. I said, what is the name of this place? And he said, Getty Mart. Eventually, so I said, when we got here, it was kind of great. We said, we're kind of confused because there's like all these Americans on the show, and they're all doing songs about America, and we wanted to wear their red shoes, but our feet were too big. So we said, what should we do? And Jay from Jay and the Americans said, if you really want to hit a home run with this audience out here, have 8 tracks for sale in the lobby. And if you've got any cassettes, he said, and when you're out there, this is Albany. So the people up here, they love country and western songs.
Love is burning flame. It makes a fiery ring. Torn by wild desire, yeah, I fell into a ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire, that ring of fire, that ring of fire. Our blood is sweet when hearts like lovers meet. I fell for you like a child. That's sexy, eh? I went down, 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 and flames went fire. And it burns, 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 that ring of fire. That ring of fire, that ring of fire.
What a great audience. Who knew? I'll tell that Mick Jagger. Hey, sausage lips, you're missing something. Yeah. Look at this. Those are my real Barracas veins. You know, one of the few things, I'm one of the few singers left from the 60s who can still sing a whole song without wearing a jacket to hide their big fat gut.
Hoochie coochie man,
And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm not holding anything in right now. Not like some of them people on before us. Who would think I'd be on a show when I'm 65 and be the youngest person here? They were saying, Pete, you've put on some weight since 1965. This may look like fat to you people in the back there. There's people up here, testify! This is not fat, this is my arse. Look. What happens? What happened is... See, you're laughing now, but just wait till you hit the big 4-0. What happens? You hit the big 4-0 and you've got the size 28-inch blue jeans from the Gap. Or Banana Republic. Or wherever you've been on holiday. And you'll notice that the 28-inch jeans do not quite work anymore. There's a whole inch of arse sticking out the back, even around the side. Some people have an inch of arse hanging out the front. But they were on earlier. Was every year your arse will grow another inch of your back. Forever. 64, 65, 66, 67. So one day you'll probably be getting your wallet out like this. No, I've got a trick. Look. And I showed them this trick. Look, you just pull your trousers up like that. Arses inside the trousers again. They said, oh yeah, but what about the other side? And I was pulling my trousers so high, I was almost auditioning for the New Jersey Boys touring. And then they said, what is the matter with you? I said, it's not my fault. My mother is Elton John. And even worse than that, my dad is Mick Jagger. I was born in a transfer hurricane. I was dead in a fall man. But it's all back to guess, but it's all right. Something take pleasure to guess. Watch this. Should probably do some Hermits songs, really. It's exhausting in this altitude doing those Rolling Stones songs. Let me have a look at the set list here. Oh yeah. You know, if you can read the set list without glasses, you're not an original member of the band. She cried. No? Wrong set list. Let's do, A Must to Avoid. Yeah, she's A Must to Avoid.